Hello! I was tweaking a thing on the overlay and I didn't see that the intro was done. Hi everyone, welcome to our second episode of Sisterhood of the Magical Blade. I am Simon at Wandering DM. I will be GMing tonight's game of Magical Girl anime inspired shenanigans. But before we begin, I would just like to thank our sponsors here at Wandering DM. I would just like to start with Magen Press, makers of 5th edition D&D supplements. Check them out at store.magenpress.com. Use code WanderingDM to get 15% off. Same thing goes with Found Familiar, the delicious coffee company. If you want to get coffee delivered to your door, check out foundfamiliar.com and use code WanderingDM this time for 10% off your purchases. We have another sponsor here at Wandering DM. It is, of course, Roll20. Check them out at roll20.net or in the panels down below. Roll20 is a virtual tabletop that you can use in your browser, which is what we're using right now to display in the middle of the overlay and where we have all of our maps and everything. Also, I would like to thank our partners through the Dice-O-Mency program, Level Up Dice. If you want to get some shiny new dice, they have just released a bunch of new sets, one of which is gorgeous, winter-inspired, clear dice with white engraving. I don't remember the name exactly, but it came out like a couple of days ago. Check it out, either the link in chat or the purple torch down below. Without further ado, let us go around the overlay and, if you would like, introduce yourselves, tell us who you're playing, and we will begin to my left on the overlay. So we will start with Tatsu.
You're Tatsu.
Uh-huh. So, Rin.
You muted yourself.
Hey, I'm Ren. Oh my god. Yeah, hi. I play Hayashida Tomomi. You can find me here on his channel tonight and tomorrow night on Cyberpunk. And yeah, I'm Burns Through the Rain in the Twitch chat. That's about it.
Deirdre. What do you mean you can't hear in? Are we muted, chat?
Again.
We shouldn't be. Chat, can you tell us if we are muted?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, they can hear me. Okay. Alright. Well, while we're having a little tech issue, we'll skip over Deirdre and we'll go to Kika.
Hey, I'm Kika. I play games. You can find me here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And tomorrow I will be on the Onyx Paths channel playing some Legend lore with Jen Vaughn and some other amazing people, which you should definitely check out. I play Yukimura Kyoko, who is a magical girl idol with a fox manager who's also supposed to be her like magical girl guide, but is more concerned with money than anything else.
Atatsu has other concerns than money. Just, you know, there's this pyramid scheme that he's trying to run.
Money, exploiting others, and drinking coffee.
But he has a heart of gold.
How can you have a heart of gold and run a pyramid scheme?
Because gold.
God damn it.
Deirdre, who are you? Who are you playing?
Oh, hey all. Apparently Zoom decided to switch my audio settings and didn't tell me. my bad. Hey all, I get to play Malaya Hiko. She is our fun person with a sword and stabby and possibly ninja family, although she doesn't. I can neither confirm nor deny that. And she is half Hawaiian, half Japanese. But it was fun. We get to stab things. All the stabbing.
And we'll have an announcement concerning our fourth player at the end of tonight's show. Stick around for that. So before we begin, let's do a quick recap of our pilot episode. What do you remember happened 2 weeks ago?
Stabby. Stabby, 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 stabby.
I mean, there were complications and people trying to kill me, although that's not uncommon, and snow on a tropical island in the South Pacific.
Spicy snowmen.
Coffee.
Constructs being turned into snowmen.
Yes, there was that one fan guy who we were told is not real, but then I said his money's real, so that is how we saved him.
And
we're doing really bad at this.
I mean, we didn't kill her. The Yukiona. And
yes, we fought a Yukiona who was turning people into, or was making animated snowmen and covering the island with snow, and we defeated her by befriending her.
I mean, there was a lot of hitting first, stop, no, don't do that. And then have you thought about Antarctica? Go hang out with the penguins. That's what you need to be. Go over there.
We're not against you living here. We're just against you disrupting the biome.
Exactly. And I'm sure the penguins would be very happy for more snow. Or you could go to the Arctic Circle and the polar bears would love you. Just have fun.
But all of this took place a few weeks ago in-game, as it did out of game. We are going to focus this episode on the three of you after about 2 weeks have passed since the Yukiona incident. There hasn't been... Is the music too loud? Okay. There hasn't been any other incidents with Onis since. Everything has been generally quiet and going back to normal. Where would we find the three of you on an average Tuesday morning?
Surfing.
Working. At the cafe.
In the morning? How early in the morning?
Since we'll say cafe's opening, normally you're gonna surf early in the morning, so let's go with like 8 o'clock.
Asleep.
Ah, okay.
Let me
Then
rephrase that. It would depend on the surf report, and probably around 8 o'clock, depending on what time high tide was, then definitely be surfing. But if not actively surfing, then sitting in her car at the beach, waiting for the surf to change.
the weather is very nice today. There's just this slight breeze. Nothing too too windy or too cold. There aren't even a gray cloud on the horizon. It seems like today will be a good day. Yes, kitten, it's going to be a good day. Uh-huh. And that's when Tomomi and Malaya, or I should say Ayashida and Malaya. Tomomi. I'm all... Wait, yes, okay. Hiko and Tomomi. You get a call.
Did you want Malaya's first name or last name?
Your first name.
Her first name is Malaya. She is Misi.
Okay, so you're the only one on the overlay whose name is reversed.
In English, yeah.
A recognizable phone number. It's Tatsu. And the message is about the same thing for both of you. Oh, hey, it's Tatsu. If you have a moment, could you come over to Kyoko's place? Or, no, scratch that. Come to my office. Yeah, my office. That's a lot better. Maybe in the afternoon? I have news for all of you.
Where's his office?
Oh, if you ask him, he would add, like, the address to his office.
Okay.
I was honestly imagining just Kyoko's place, but with like a curtain up to like divide like a little area from the rest of the apartment.
So basically, he gives you Kyoko's address.
Malaya does one of these, is like, checks the message, responds, looks out, see the surf, be there soon-ish. Puts the phone back, goes surfing for like 20, 30 minutes, and then goes to gets cleaned up, and then goes to the meeting.
Meanwhile, at Kyoko's place, you are sound asleep, dreaming of whatever it is that Kyoko would dream. And then you feel a pat on your head. Just like a poke. Once.
She aggressively swats at it.
It stops. And then two more. Poke, poke. And then just piles of clothes being thrown on your bed as a semi-hoarse voice says, "Alright, come on, get up. We've got a busy day today."
But I need to get sleep for do work thing.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have company over.
Why?
Because I feel like it's time that we get to work around this island.
Aren't we already doing that?
Oh, we are, just not enough.
I've written half an album in the past month. And you want me to do more work?
Oh, not singing work. Though I am probably going to need you to do some singing work soon. looking to book another concert at a larger venue. But that's gonna be moot if the island goes boom because of Onis.
And it's more likely to go boom if I don't get enough sleep. And she just flops back down.
You just hear his voice as he walks away behind the curtain saying, "You've got 3 hours."
Okay.
And we would see a supercut of Tatsu wearing an apron and just cleaning up the house, jumping from place to place, trying to make sure everything is clean. The walls are plastered with posters of Kyoko's performances over the last couple of years. All of the announcements for like the various shows and concerts she had. There's a flat screen TV that shows the news around the world, and another smaller screen that just cycles through like all the mentions of Yukimura on like social media and all of that. Tatsu's busying himself doing all of that stuff. But before we get to the appointment with Tatsu and Kyoko, Tomomi, you're working in the a coffee shop this morning, and a peculiar customer shows up. A man wearing a fedora hat with the little paper in the band that indicates that they work for the press, or would have if we were still in the 40s. He's got a phone out and is typing furiously. He goes up to the counter and says, "Hey, tall macchiato or whatever you've got. Make it quick."
Okay, I just got one question. Flashback to Tatsu and the apron. Is he wearing just the apron?
Well, of course.
Oops. So I look at the guy up and down and just like, that'll be whatever, and I'll turn around and do it.
As you're preparing your coffee, his coffee, he leans over the counter and says, "How about them Oni, right?"
I don't even react. I just keep making the coffee.
Apparently, you were seen with the latest on the streets. Where is she now?
I turn around, I give him his coffee. Pay up.
I don't think I've introduced myself. Luke Vista, reporter. I'm from the Island News.
Sure. Pay up.
He puts a handful of change on the counter. You know, it could be very profitable. More than just working at a coffee shop if you wanted to help the journal.
Nope. Bye. And she goes back to doing her work and stuff, and like flat out ignoring him.
I'll be around, Miss Hayashida.
As long as you got money to pay for the coffee, I mean.
And he turns and waves as he walks out of the coffee store. We'll pan over to Malaya as she's packing up after a morning of surfing.
Longboard.
Longboarding?
No, that's never mind.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
There are short boards and then there are long boards. It depends on the. Okay.
I haven't lived near the ocean in all my life. But a person approaches you. Again, fedora hat, phone in hand, half drank coffee. Miss Hiko, I presume?
Mm-hmm. And she's kind of putting the board on the rack on her car.
Luke Vista, reporter for the Island News.
Mm-hmm. And she's kind of does the walk around him to strap the to the other side of the car.
I would love to hear your thoughts on the recent Oni invasion of the island. Our sources say that you were seen on the streets with a icy woman a couple of weeks ago.
She would reach into the front of the car through the passenger side window that's down, pull open the glove box, rumble around for a second, pull out a business card, and turns and hands it to her and goes, "This is the family attorney. You can address all questions to him. Thank you. Have a pleasant day." And she gets in the car and drives away.
You would see him, his back turned to the camera as your car drives away. And Luke Vista takes his phone up to his ears and says, "Yeah, they're not biting so far. We might need to do some digging on our own." Then he hangs up. A few hours pass, and we will do our first big transition to the apartment.
Malaya's house?
No, I only have one interior.
Cool.
So it's the same interior for everyone at the moment. And we'll get a theme going. What? Yeah, Rin, you can move your portrait down a bit more.
Yeah, there you go, because you can't see.
Who gets there first and or wakes up in time?
I think Malaya arrives precisely on time. But precisely on time, on island time, which means 7-8 minutes late from the official time, but still on time.
Then as you approach and ring the doorbell, Tatsu opens the door. Don't ask how Tatsu can reach up to the door handle, but apparently he can.
There's probably just a little step ladder next to it.
There would be step ladders all over the house. I think that's, yep.
I imagine you can more set them up sort of like one sets up things for their cats to climb on. There's probably some things up near the ceiling where there's tracks along the walls that if Tatsu wanted to, he could hang out up there.
Tatsu opens the door. Says, "Ah! Come in, Maria. You're the first one. Make yourself at home. Don't touch anything. Don't sit on the couch. Take off your shoes. And, you want anything to drink? Water's free, but everything else is,
Hog. And she'd like take the sandals off at the door. Flip-flops at the door. And then walk over and purposely sit in the chair, not the couch, because he said don't sit in the couch, but he didn't say anything about the chair. And Pog, for those who don't know, is a wonderful invention from Hawaii, pineapple, orange, and guava juice.
Hmm.
It is very good.
I thought you were shortening Pog Champ.
No.
She speaks in Twitch emotes.
No, I don't.
I mean, does anybody remember those things we used to call pogs?
Yes, Pog, the game.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
That's what came to my mind.
So Tatsu goes off to make a mess in the kitchen. Kyoko, you would definitely hear your agent, your manager, rummaging through the kitchen trying to find everything. And then trying to cut a pineapple with his paws. There's a lot of swearing. There's a lot of
Brain
frustration.
Goes, oh, there's food. Time to get up. And she gets up and shuffles out of her bedroom, like in her pajamas, like hair a mess, like looking awful. And she just sort of drags herself through the room, like glances at Malaya, waves a little bit, and then just continues into the kitchen.
The pineapple is... There's a knife stuck in it. It's leaking all over the counter. Oranges were bit into by a fox and then just shoved in a blender. Things are in disarray in your kitchen. And as you enter, Tatsu looks up to you and says, "Ah, great, you're up. How do we make Pog?
Oh, what?
We really need someone to... I need hands."
Why did you ruin the kitchen? Where's breakfast?
I can order breakfast.
Okay. And she just turns around and shuffles out of the kitchen. And it sort of looks like she's gonna go to her room, but gives up and flops onto the couch.
It would take a while for Tatsu to come back with a tray. Trying to waddle on its hind legs, holding up a tray that's already got a lot of juice spilled on it. Says, "Last time I'm making something." And he holds the glass to Malaya.
She would take it and kind of look at the mess that is probably full of pulp and...
There's like still like a bit of like orange peel in it.
Thank you.
It's a
You-
garnish.
And she looks at them and is like, "This is interesting." And kind of sips it politely, doesn't say anything.
And that's when we'll say, for the sake of everything, that the doorbell rings again. And Tatsu would walk up to the stepladder, just climb up on it. Just open the door. And beyond it is Tomomi. Glad you could come.
Yeah.
Take off your shoes. Don't sit on the couch. I would offer something to drink, but I think I've already made enough of a mess.
I'm good. I have my coffee.
Great. Well then.
So
Hmm?
she goes in, takes off her shoes, and
Tatsu would drag along from his office an easel with like a whiteboard set against it. And there are like multiple little drawings on it. And he's holding in his mouth like a cigar, a laser pointer. And he's like, I thank you for coming here today. We really gotta step up our game. And, well, I was going to send Kyoko alone on something, but I figure that, y'all are in the know now, and you've been helping with the Yukimura situation a few weeks ago. So, I perhaps, thought that you could form a group. What good idea is that, right? Just shove 3 strangers in a room and hope they get along. Oh, now he puts the laser pointer down. No, it's not a band. Yukimura is a solo act. She'll remain a solo act because she's my star. If you want a, shit, how is it called? Oh boy, I forgot the word in both languages. Woo! Well, if you want to sing with her or anything, we can talk contract later. I'm not very good at this. I did not suppose that's never been my forte, but, show of hands, who here knows about Oni?
Completely asleep, Yukimura's hand goes up.
We're not supposed to?
I just wanted to make sure a lot of people have been living with their heads in the sand. I was looking for a duet. So, Oni. They used to be a real problem. And he picks the laser pointer back up and tries to point it at the first drawing. Where it's like 2 poorly drawn planets with little stick figures around them. And he points to one and says, as you know, Oni and Damon come from the same world. We transitioned over a couple of years ago. The transition is, well, I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember anything about the before. But yeah, there is maybe another place. And, well, that's where we come from. Damon's, and he points to another drawing, which you have like a very poorly drawn Tatsu, and like a few other stick figures. When we passed through to the other world, to your reality, we get disoriented. Some of us fall ill or just get lost in transit. Oni, for some reason, seems to go berserk, acting on impulse only. Well, you've seen it 2 weeks ago. They can be reasoned with if taken out of this sort of state that they're in. But demons are basically powerless to do anything. And he hangs his head in shame for a moment. Says, we are deeply, deeply afraid of the Oni, and we don't know what or why. So don't count on me to be around too much. I can do what I can. I'll do what I can, but please don't leave me alone with them. And then you have the big bads. And he shows to a third drawing where it's this... It's a stick figure made of multiple circles, probably to represent muscle, with wings and 2 heads and a tail, or it could be an upside-down alligator. And he says, and then you have the Oni Lords. They are very powerful creatures. They retain most of their memories when they pass through. They're the only ones that really remember what the other side is like. The only way for us to glean anything about our past is through them, but each and every lord I've encountered in my life, the only thing they've ever wanted to do is to exterminate anything that is not an Oni and colonize the world with their own kind. That's where you would come in. You remember the Yukiona, and he points to the last drawing, which is like a bunch of snowmen, and the 4 of you, Baksuki as well, but encased in ice, which didn't happen at all during the fight. He says, and that's where you come in. There were people before that would either help or protect this world from the coming of the Oni. But none of them are active anymore, really. Many are retired. I saw you. I saw what you were able to do. Also, it was a lot of work to try to get footage of what happened outside of the media. But you're alive. You're here. And you not only succeeded in protecting the island, you also succeeded in doing it without too much casualties.
So are you to blame for the newspaper guy bothering me this morning?
I didn't send any newspaper guy.
Okay.
Wait, Tatsu.
What?
Are you saying you're an alien?
Yep.
Oh, that's why you like money so much.
I like money because it brings me things. I mean, have you seen this apartment?
Yeah,
It is
it's
gigantic. I got it with human money.
As opposed to what other kind of money?
I don't know if anyone uses other kinds of money in here. I don't even remember what we used in the before.
Does this mean you could be an Oni and not remember it?
I am definitely not an Oni.
How can you tell?
It's, I was going to keep that lesson for another time, but seems like we're gonna move forward a few episodes. Have anyone here heard of the Red Threads of Fate?
I read about it in a comic.
What? They made a comic
That's
about
the-
it
that-
already?
That's the thing where people's pinkies are attached, right? With the red thread. And that means they're in love.
That's not how you do a love spell, but I figure it's a
You
very...
know how to do love spells?
I personally don't, but I know people who do. Anyway,
Okay.
the thing is this. As a daemon, we can manipulate the threads to do magic. Let's call it magic. It's easier for your brains. Oni can only rip the threads, while it produces effects similar to magic. It is always destructive. They can't create. They can only destroy with it. And so I know I'm not an Oni because whatever meager powers I have are not for destruction.
But that Yukiona created snowmen.
Those used to be people.
And she created snow, just general snow.
In an effort to destroy. That's the difference between the two. Or at least that's what I've been told.
So it's a philosophical debate.
Maybe. I wish I remembered more about it. But like I said, moving through one world to the next erases our memories. Except for the Oni Lords.
What if we found someone who could hypnotize you into remembering?
I don't like the idea of being hypnotized, but that could maybe work.
Let's do that.
Why are we gonna hypnotize? Does it have any benefit to us in the short term?
I don't know. Where would you find someone that can do that?
I mean, I'd bother
Downtown.
my uncle.
Your uncle?
My uncle knows a lot of people.
Well, then let's do that.
I am afraid of the consequences.
I mean, I could introduce you to Uncle Takahashi. I make no claim or judgment about what happens afterwards.
Should we bring a gift?
Alcohol.
Okay, where does one get alcohol?
Deirdre, why did you half disappear?
Because the thing isn't working and I'm trying to fix the lighting and it's either this. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying. I have to get a new light system. It's fine. It's all complicated. It's either that or, it gets really weird. So yes, sorry.
But
Fixing lighting. Yeah, we could get some alcohol. ABC stores sell it.
I'm good for alcohol.
he looks at all three of you and says, I guess we're doing that then.
I mean, It's not the weirdest thing I've heard.
No. I just...
I have
Part
a
of-
question.
Yeah, Kyoko.
Does that mean that any one of us could be a daemon and not know it?
I guess, yes.
Is there some sort of daemon test?
Glad you asked. Every daemon, except me, have a weakness. Something they can't resist. Something that will either compel them to remain away from that thing, or like an allergy, if you will. The most basic one, as you probably know, for most of us, is for some strange reason, swords.
Most people are allergic to swords.
No, but what I mean is where some of us can't be physically touched except by a blade. Not just it could be a spear, it could be a whatever. I think it's just steel. And even then, your little firearms, you've seen it in the news and all that, they don't tend to do anything.
So, to test if someone's a daemon, you shoot them?
Please don't, it's seen as very rude.
I just think it seems like a very unsafe test.
Yes.
Also messy.
There are ways to sense demons and oni. A very simple
like,
spell.
Can you like snap a rubber band against them, and if it doesn't hurt them, then they're a daemon?
Or they have a high pain tolerance.
2 rubber bands?
Kyoko, I don't think that's gonna work.
Okay.
So, what do I need to do to get hypnotized?
Talk to Uncle Takahashi about people he knows.
That gonna take a while?
Depends how sober he is when you meet him.
Well, I can definitely go and meet this Uncle Takahashi of yours. But before I do that, I heard it is customary for new groups to introduce themselves and talk and bond. So bond while I'm going to go see Takahashi.
Malaya pulls out her phone, flips through her contacts, pulls up her uncle's number, and is like, BT Dubs, a talking fox is going to come bother you. No, it is not a drunken hallucination. Yes, it might actually be helpful.
Huh.
And puts the phone down. So we're bonding.
The door slams as Tatsu leaves.
Malaya puts the drink down that she hasn't really finished, and she goes, can I recommend some people to come and, like, help you all out? Because I don't think that Tatsu's really a good... I worry about your health and safety if you're eating what he makes.
Please, save me.
There was a raw egg in this, by the way. I I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else to get food.
Yeah.
Sure, where do you want to go?
Not here. Everybody out of my apartment.
I mean, is the cafe open?
Yeah. I mean, we have food and coffee.
I'm not seeing a downside yet.
Sure, we can go to the cafe.
Food, coffee. I'll text some people and have some people start finding you employees, because I worry. I worry for you. Kyoko, I worry.
I do too. Let's go.
Smash cut.
Back to the coffee. Whee! It doesn't take you long to cross town back to the cafe. There's a few patrons there. They recognize Tomomi. Some of the workers behind the counter as well. They nod. There's ample room to sit. A few tables at the back where people are, or your conversations will go mostly private.
Pull back, take the seat with. She takes the seat with the back, so that she can put her back to the wall and see the whole room. And as she walks by the counter, she drops a couple bills and is like, "We're gonna need coffee and as many breakfast pastries as you got, and some juice." And then adds a couple more to the tip jar, and then just walks and sits down.
Yeah, they'll bring you everything that you could want.
So,
Bonding.
how long have you done sorting? Been a stab magician?
How long have I been training to fight with a sword?
Yes.
My entire life.
And how many of those years were with a magic sword?
More than 10.
More than 10.
I picked it up. It decided it liked me.
Does it have a name?
No.
Can we give it a name?
I don't think so, because the original owner would probably get upset about us naming his weapon.
Did you steal it?
No, more like I inherited it. He's been dead for a long time. 350 years, 350 years, give or take, depending on how you do the math.
Why would he be mad then? Is he haunting you? Are you haunted?
Yes, sort of. Possibly. It's complicated.
Well, we're
Possession
supposed to
and haunted
bond.
at the same time.
Possession and haunt. Are you your own ancestor?
No. That I can answer definitively. I am not my own ancestor, although sometimes they kind of show up in my place. It's a lot. I get that. I get that it's a lot. Tomomi, how are you?
I'm fine. just drinking my coffee.
It's like Malaya is actively looking for someone else to talk as she's like, I'm sitting here spilling my guts about everything. Come on, people. Someone else talk.
Okay, okay. I've been learning since I was like, what, 5? Yeah, something like that. And well, she'll like take her finger, cut her finger, and like just have like a tiny little butter knife come out of her finger. Be like swinging it like, yeah, this is what it is. And it'll just go away. I'll go back and
Or accidentally cut like inside your own veins with your own blood.
haven't tried. Don't think it would do anything. I have like moderate control over my bloods. Strangely enough, so for now I'm safe.
Stressful to have blood that could potentially turn sharp at any time.
Well, there is the other thing that it won't hurt humans.
Oh.
And I take it, I pop out the butter knife again, and I go to Malaya, and I'm like, I tap her on the arm, and it just kind of goes right through her and doesn't leave anything or do anything. It just kind of bends. Yeah.
That's fascinating. How did you acquire such properties?
My family are a bunch of scientists who thought it would be smart to have super soldiers to fight the Oni. So, accident created me. And if you tell anybody, I have to kill you. So, yeah.
Well, it's a good thing that I don't know anybody.
Says the pop idol.
Well, people know me.
And by telling anyone we're
parasocial relationships.
this is true. And by telling anyone we're including Tatsu in this, because I don't think Tatsu can keep his mouth shut.
I don't tell Tatsu anything.
That's fair.
That's a good thing.
Did you know he tried to recruit me for a pyramid scheme?
Yes. I'm sorry. I've been
It's not
trying
your
to
fault.
get him to stop, but I haven't been able to.
I don't think he understands that trying to sell salt on an island where it's surrounded by salt water is gonna do a lot. Like, the process by which the salt production in this area is made I don't think that's gonna help him.
That's when your phones collectively ring. A text message from Tatsu. 2 words. Bonded yet?
Met Uncle Takahashi yet? Question mark.
And there's a selfie of him and Takahashi drinking.
Wait, what's the actor's name?
Your uncle?
Yeah, I put the face claim in. I can't remember the name though.
Yeah, wasn't it the actor that played Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat?
Yes, it is.
I was hoping for Beat Takeshi.
It's Hiroyuki Tagawa.
But yeah, so he's with Tatsu is with your uncle. Takehoshi.
Well, are we gonna just tell him that we're bonded, and he can come back, or are we going to let them try and destroy the world or the city with the amount of drunken accidents that they're going to have?
If he comes back, then him, while drunk, becomes our problem.
True. True. I like this. We should just sit here and bond some more, right?
Alternatively, we could all go do things without having to be in the same place.
But Kyoko, we don't know about your killing of people with swords.
I don't kill people.
Huh.
I was just your average everyday high school student with dreams of one day becoming an idol. When one day, a meteor from outer space fell to Earth and landed right in my backyard, and out emerged Tatsu. And he gave me a magical sword and said, "You're a magical girl now." And then I got saddled with all this responsibility.
Still not the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
No, but it's up there.
I mean, there was the girl who had the talking cat, who was convinced that she was a queen of some planet or something.
Oh yeah, that one. I remember that. Yeah.
And she couldn't even pass basic English, so...
And Yukimura says nothing more, just glad that people believed that.
The phone rings again. It is just a string of incoherent characters from Tatsu.
They're definitely bonding.
That's good.
So responds with, "Go home, you're drunk."
Don't drive.
He's a fox.
Who apparently everyone accepts as the manager of a major idol, owns a house, does cleaning.
Yeah. No, but upon receiving that message, upon answering that message, Kyoko, you get a call from Tatsu almost immediately.
Oh no, I have to take this. Yeah, what is it?
Hey, Kiki.
That's not my name.
It's me.
Yeah, I know it's you.
So, I need you to do something for me.
Is it illegal? Are you gonna ask me to do something illegal again?
It's completely illegal. It's actually the reason why I needed all of you to bond.
Well, why didn't you tell us this before?
Didn't want to scare you into anything.
This isn't something sexual, is it?
No! Why? No!
Okay, good. I was very scared.
No, it's more dangerous than that.
More dangerous than sex.
Oh yeah. I need you to check on something for me. Just, you there?
Yes, I was waiting for you to finish.
Oh, yeah, check on something for me. Remember when I told you about Knee Lords?
Yes. And there was a dumb picture that looked kind of like my dad.
Yeah. There's one on the island, by the way. Yeah. I need you to check in on him.
Check in, like bring him soup. Is he sick or something, or is this like we're gonna spy?
I think it's more like spy. He's in prison. I need to make sure that the bonds that hold him in prison are strong. Because you see, that you keep doing that means that there's a gate. I didn't tell you about the gate. It's on the other side of the whiteboard. I forgot to flip the whiteboard.
So you just have a gate on the back of our whiteboard?
I have a drawing of a gate. I was really proud of that one.
Well, where's the gate?
That's the thing I don't know. Nobody does. Hey, Takahashi! What? You know where the gate is? What are you even talking about? Yeah, see, nobody knows.
Okay, so we go talk to the Oni Lord in prison and ask about the gate.
You would be a very helpful friend if you did.
Okay, so what's his name?
Mirai.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Mirai.
Mirai.
Yeah. I'm still scared of the name alone.
Why?
Oh boy. He's a mean one. Just don't make sure he can't lie to you.
How are we supposed to do that? Like with a spell?
I have no idea. I figure your bonding will power friendship or something will do something.
I don't think that's how that works.
I'm giving when we imprisoned him, we were very bonded. A group that we were. A brotherhood or something.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to the Demon Lord now because I think that is going to be less mildly depressing than talking to you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She hangs up. So, we're gonna go talk to an Oni Lord. I guess.
Are we getting paid for it?
I don't know.
Then we'll just file an invoice after the fact. It's fine.
Is there any way we can get paid by the island's government?
Governments usually don't have enough money.
True.
Private contractors are better. You find a rich client who's upset that they're someone else is taking their business, building a golf course, putting something in the way, and they're quite willing to pay you a lot of money to make the problem disappear.
We should extort the rich people to give us money to keep the Oni off the island.
Yes, but you can't make it look like extortion.
But it's extortion.
Not if you have a contract.
It's legal extortion.
You're providing a service.
Let's go to jail.
And here you are, talking about legal extortion in the middle of the very public cafe.
I mean, I think Malaya's been in here enough. Her family has lived on this island for at least the last generation. People know her family and are going to be like, wouldn't surprise us.
You get up from your table, make your way outside the coffee shop, and kind of come to the realization that you don't know where that Oni Lord is in prison.
I had assumed on the island.
Yeah, it's a big island.
Yeah, but there's only going to be one prison.
Would I by chance know where the secret prison is because my family's a bunch of psychotic scientists?
You're probably doing experiments on that guy.
I mean, there is one public prison and one secret facility. You would know where it is, Tomomi.
Come on, I'll bring you to it.
Jail.
Are we driving?
Yeah, sure, I can drive. Right?
Yeah, you don't need anything for that.
Oh, I have it. Sorry.
You drive to a fast food joint, which you know the secret facility lies under the fast food place. You just need to go in, tap a few items on the like iPad menu thing, secret password to open the door in the janitor closet that leads to the elevator that leads downstairs in a pristine complex. Pristine underground complex where technicians, military personnel, and even a few scientists work. And the moment the door opens, everyone on the other side of the elevator doors just turn to face the three women that just showed up. And there's utter confusion on their face.
I'll pull out a badge out of my thing, like my back pocket. Be like, I'm going to see my dad. They're with me.
They would escort you to the lab where your dad works. He is currently in the midst of building a sort of giant metal sphere and installing various electronic parts inside the sphere. As you enter the lab, his head would poke out of the machine. What does your dad look like?
Shit. I never really described him, to be honest.
Okay, I can throw something in.
Sure.
Your dad has a receding hairline, gray hair that basically spike out from behind his head. He's got a big gray beard and thin eyebrows. He's currently covered in dust and oil and grease. And he says, "Ah, Tomomi. Nice to see you here. You've come to see your old dad at work.
I guess.
What, oh. Those are your friends, I presume?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Can I, get any Oni lying around?
What?
Oi.
We don't have any Oni in this facility.
Where's
Prison.
the one we had a couple years ago?
He's gone.
And you don't have one somewhere else?
Those aren't like pocket monsters. You just don't go around collecting Onis.
Maybe you don't.
Can they be collected?
Through friendship, anything's possible.
Huh. Well, I'm too busy to have any friends.
You could make a friendship robot, and then you'd have a friend.
Ooh.
Thank you for giving my dad another idea. Can I show them around?
Yeah. Just don't break anything.
No, I won't. And I'll take them and we'll walk around because I don't believe them.
You go around the whole facility, and your dad was right. You do not have any Onis or Oni lords imprisoned in here.
Well, there goes my idea. Also, if you tell anybody about this place, I have to kill you.
What place?
I really like you.
You were muted.
Oh, this. I said I really like Yukimura.
So you've passed by multiple labs as you were exploring the facility. You notice most of them are experiments aimed at either giving humans an edge over daemons or trying to splice daemon DNA with humans. Try to create like hybrids. Magical humans or supernatural humans.
Yeah. Sorry if this is all freaking you out.
For sure. I'll just text Tatsu to get some clarification on what he meant and stuff. And
There's
she
no
takes out her...
cell phone reception down here.
I'll lead them back out.
As you exit the restaurant, suddenly, Kyoko, you receive like 15 text messages. I'm sorry. Incomprehensible string of letters. Picture of a thumb. Are you there? Please respond. I forgot a thing. Call me. String of letters. Pictures of a nose.
His nose or someone else's nose?
No, his nose.
I think he's dead.
Are you gonna call him?
Do I have to?
like Malaya will pick up the phone and text her uncle and be like, "Is the talking fox still with you?"
Yes.
Can you ask him where we're supposed to find this imprisoned Oni Lord?
The answer you get is he says, under the mountain, the entrance is in the national park.
Which volcano?
The big one.
Okay. Have a fun time with talking fox, friend.
There's no reply to that.
Well, under the volcano. The entrance is through this national park.
He couldn't have said that the first time.
I don't think Tatsu was prepared for the level of alcoholic consumption that would be enjoyed with my uncle. I don't think most people are prepared for the level of alcoholic consumption that is enjoyed with my uncle.
I am starting to think this won't help with his memory at all.
No, but it did get him out of the way, and now he's bonding with someone. And not terrified.
And you're free.
Let's go keep this freedom train rolling. You want to go to the arcade?
I mean, you want to deal with the Oni Lord and then we'll hit the arcade? Because the nice one is on the way back.
Okay.
Because then we can honestly say we dealt with Oni Lord and then we had fun. We can go surfing too.
Okay, let's go talk to the big scary Oni.
I mean, he's currently in prison.
But
If he's very scary, we can just hit him a lot.
He's in prison under a national park. Like, what's he imprisoned with? Rocks?
I could see Pele holding somebody in prison for a while. She does curses real well.
Okay, let's just go.
Also, don't take any of the volcanic rocks. Just leave them where they are. They belong to Pele. Don't take them.
Do I have to bring Pele a gift?
Not really. Just don't take stuff from her.
Okay.
I mean, culturally speaking, we haven't had human sacrifices to Pele in over 2,000 years. So, there's that.
So she's
Or 1,500
overdue.
years. Maybe an Oni Lord would be a good option.
Let's just get this over with.
And as you make your way to the national park, driving into Momi's car, we are going to go on an ad break. Well, just a break. There's no ads. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, everyone. Stretch. Go get some water or something. Hydrate. Eat. Kitten. And we will be right back. Hello everyone, we're back. So the group has decided to go to the national park to find a kitten. To find the entrance to the lair where cameras are all fucked up. Why?
Because Deirdre had to turn off her camera and turn it back on again.
Ah. I didn't see it on Zoom, that's why. Well, that's okay. It's fixed. So yeah. You are walking through the national park, the sound of birds chirping, other people walking around, the crunch of footsteps on the gravel and the dirt. And things are, again, quiet and peaceful. And then all three of you hear a voice in your mind. It says, visitors. But nothing else. It is faint, but even in those few that one word, you could feel the power emanating from whatever it is that said this telepathically. It is definitely coming from the mountain at the other end of the national park.
Can I use my magic sixth sense to help guide us?
Yes, can you make a roll? 2d6 plus 1 die per point of sixth sense that you have.
Okay, that's 3d6. It's a 6, I guess.
6. Yeah. You, instead of taking the long way to the mountain and then not really knowing where the entrance is, you cut through a part of the woods. And by evening, you've already circumvented a part of the mountain. Following your sixth sense, you found the entrance. It is a rocky face. Same thing as the rest of the mountain. Seems like a landslide has occurred there. There is a small sign, wooden sign, like, stuck to the ground. Almost as if it had been, like, planted higher and then was dragged down by the landslide. And written on it, it says, "There is nothing to see here."
That's not incriminating.
Yeah, no, not at all. Malaya's just got... She's wearing the scabbard and sword at her hip, which looks kind of interesting in her surfwear. They're like blue and white hibiscus flower, long sleeve rash guard, and short board shorts. And she's just carrying a sword and walking in flip flops. It's great. It's like the most Hawaiian look ever. But she's scanning everywhere around as like Kyoko is leading them, through. She's doing the, are we being followed? Are creepy things coming after us? And paying attention to everything else.
With the night quickly approaching, you hear the sounds around you begin to shift from daytime animals to nocturnal animals. But you haven't been followed, be it by hikers or animals, for the past hour or so. Everything seems to be Still quiet, though there's this feeling of foreboding as you approach the landslide.
Should we ask the mountain to let us in?
I mean, that seems appropriate, right? Being polite.
Okay. And can I use spirit medium to try to, like, channel the spirit of this mountain to ask for permission to enter?
That could work. Let me check what the DC would be for that. Nope, I don't need that. I need the other one. That's for endurance costs. I would say, yeah, you would need a 6 for that. To wake the spirit of the mountain up and,
I will do that, and I will use my lucky die.
Okay.
So that will give me a pool of 4, I believe. I only rolled 3 of them.
Oh yeah, sometimes the sheet just bugs out.
But I got a 6 anyway.
Then yes, you, how do you set up your seance? What does it look like?
It probably doesn't even look like anything related to her normal magic. She probably just first picks up a stick and draws sort of like a circle on the ground with like a triangle in it, and then draws some more symbols around, and then just sort of sits in the center of the circle, cross-legged, and completely empties her mind and lets her entire body just relax. And she just enters like a trance almost.
You connect with this ancient spirit. And you rouse it from its slumber, the spirit of the volcano, the spirit of the mountain in the center of this island. It takes the form of a small, smoking pebble that just walks up to you in your circle. A spirit that only you can see during the seance. And it looks up at you and goes, "Wow, you're tall."
Oh, tall is just a matter of perspective. Hello, friend.
Hi.
My name is Yukimura Kyoko.
My name's Pebble.
Well, hello, Pebble. My friends and I were hoping that you could grant us access to this underground prison in which an Oni Lord is kept, so that we can ask them questions and make sure that no more bad things happen to people.
How do I know you're not lying?
Do I look like I'm lying?
I have been told to beware anyone who would come to me to open up the passage.
Well, I mean, I could have just punched my way through, but I thought it would be better to ask because I wanted to be nice and polite, because I would hope that we could be friends.
I would prefer polite than getting punched in the... And he looks at the mountain temple. But the person that caused the landslide all those years ago told me to never let anyone or anything, not even that dumb fox from trying to open the passage.
You know Tatsu too?
Is that his name?
Yeah. He's supposed to be training me in magical girl stuff, but he's not very good at it.
He's not very good at a lot of things. Not very polite either.
No, he's very rude. He keeps trying to get people to join pyramid schemes.
Speaking of which, I have made 2 sales in the last 20 years. Let him know that.
I think it would be best if he just forgot about your business relationship.
Alright. So you want me to open up the passage?
Yes, please.
And the pebble just walks back to the landslide. And in a flash, both the pebble and a big part of the landslide disappears. As if it was never there. You see the stone face of the mountain, and in it is this fissure. Made as if someone had taken a huge sword and just cut a path into the mountain.
That's never worked before. Let's go.
And Malaya will follow Kyoko. As she walks by, she'll be like, "Thank you," and just keeps going. Kind of through the path of the mountain. "Thank you for your opening," and just walk through.
It's a very nice mountain. I approve of it very much, and we are best friends now.
I can see where being friends with the mountain would be advantageous.
Well, it's not about advantage, it's about friendship.
Mm-hmm.
The voice echoes again in your mind. Welcome to my prison.
Should we have brought coffee?
For who?
Us.
Oh, for us, yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Next
You're
time,
not
let's remember
expected Sorry, you're not expected to bring coffee when you're not on your shift.
Yeah, no, that was more along the lines of we didn't think of it. Maybe next time we'll bring a picnic basket.
Yep. Also, I'm gonna hit the voice. Because that's annoying.
It seems very slightly pretentious. In this.
You can read our minds.
I'm sure if it's talking in our minds, it's attempting to read our mind. I don't know that it will get a lot more from mine. It'll be entertaining. It seems rather rude, though, attempting to read someone's mind without permission.
I agree. Well, we're gonna have to give this Oni Lord a talking to.
Your collective phones ring one last time before losing signal.
Oh no.
Another message from Tatsu. Oh, I forgot. Traps.
Have fun learning martial arts with Uncle Takahashi. And she puts the phone down and starts looking for traps. And, I mean, she does this for a living.
You would notice in the corridor that you're walking down, multiple concealed holes in the floor, the ceiling, and the walls. And here and there, between these holes, are very, very thin pressure plates. There seems to be a path to go through, but you notice quickly enough that the path, it is impossible to cross the entire corridor without setting it off at least once. So whoever made this had a way to avoid stepping on the floor at all times. How do y'all cross the corridor?
And we can only use one ability at a time, right?
Yeah.
Kyoko is going to do, like, go magical girl form. Full transformation, everything. It eats up the runtime.
Okay.
And then she...
So see you next week, everyone.
She just takes 2 steps back and then she tries to just leap all the way.
What ability
Using
would you
her
use to leap all the way?
Her strong.
Okay. That would be difficulty 8.
Okay. So I have base 2 and then I add my strong to it.
Yeah, and you roll that many dice.
Cool.
It is very difficult. And of course, if you roll doubles, you add them together, and that gives you your total.
That is not all my dice. I need 3 more. So yeah, that is 10.
So yeah, with a 10, you just in one leap, just cross the whole corridor. You end up a good, like, 100 or so feet farther down.
You all can do that, right?
We'll see in a minute. And
I believe in you. I think you can do anything you set your mind to.
I mean, like, I'm sure I can get across. I just don't know that I can do that jump. The jump was very impressive.
Yeah, that wow. Is there a switch over there? Like a switch, turn off, maybe?
I'll start looking for a switch.
There's a big stone door behind you, but there doesn't seem to be a switch of any kind.
Maybe if I open the door, it'll disable the traps?
No, I don't think that'd be a good idea, because that's probably the cell, and they'd want the traps to be enforced when the cell door is open, in case whoever's on the inside of the cell comes out without them knowing, and then the traps would try and stop them.
That could be a thing.
So Malaya pulls the sword and goes through her transformation, which ends up with the red and white Hakama, and she's going to use evasion to just speed through these traps and not set off things.
Okay. Let's go with difficulty 8 again. And what we'll say is, since you are just stepping through, for each 2 points lower, you'll set it off once.
Okay.
So let's say that you roll like a 4, then you would set it up twice. Set it off twice. I wanted to know, Kyoko, the speech that you gave, was it one of your abilities to inspire?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspire.
And what does that do?
Plus 3 dice when I help someone. They get plus 3 dice.
Okay. I need to check a thing rules mechanics wise with the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have the way these are set up for the magical girl transformation, it's the base and then whatever the magical girl is added to that.
Yep.
So in this case, oh, this is going to be.
Oh wait, then I might have needed more strong dice.
Yeah, it was kind of my answer. 4, 3, 9, and then 3 from Hika.
Yep.
Yes. Is that 12?
That's 12. And it only rolled 1.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
Okay, roll /R 11d6. What did I need?
Well, if you just add all the 3s together, that would be a 12 total. You needed a 10. An 8,
Okay.
actually. So
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't remember what I needed, and I was like, I have 12. So.
you ninja run through the traps. Darts shoot out. You deflect them with your katana, your sakabato. Spears jut out from the ceiling and the floor, and you just gracefully avoid each one of them as you slalom your way down the corridor. The traps reset, leaving the corridor open for Tomomi, who's being bothered by a kitten. Oh, look at that unit.
Okay, 1 sec. Okay. Stay there. Stay.
So, what are you doing? Could I use evasive and like combat expert maybe to be able to maneuver?
It's just one or the other.
Oh, okay. Well, they're the same, so. Yeah, could I use my evasive to help me?
Sure. So that would be 2 dice plus whatever your evasive is.
Okay. I might die, but anyway.
Nice, 12.
Yep. With a 12, you avoid the traps as well. Evade them as you slither your way across that 100-foot long corridor. And then the 3 of you end up in front of that stone door.
Is it like a push open door or is it like a lifty door?
It's a lifty door that needs to
Okay.
be manually lifted.
Hands underneath and she'll just do it a lift.
That would be, I figure, a strong check, unless you have something like athletics or whatever.
I got strong.
The difficulty is 4. But if you roll twice that, you break the door open.
I got a 12.
Yep, you just fling the door up, and it breaks into 1,000 pieces as it hits the ceiling, leaving just a cloud of dust.
We're gonna have to figure something about that.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Beyond the door is a circular room with 8 statues. All of them samurai in armor, wielding spears. They flank each side of the circle, basically 4 on one side, 4 on the other, and there's a door on the other end of that room. It is another stone door.
So do you think these statues are going to attack us, like in movies?
I mean, not the
Yeah.
weirdest thing I've heard of.
I'm not gonna turn my back to them.
Do you want me to leap over the door and just open it?
Sure. Try not to break this one.
I'll do my best, but no promises. I'm stronger than I look.
So you're basically combining two actions together.
I guess I'll cannonball myself into this door.
Ooh, okay. To just let's go with a difficulty 10 on your strong. And if you fail, you have a choice of falling short or breaking your face on the door.
I know which one I'll choose, but I got a 12.
You cannonball yourself across the room. The face of the statues just follow you. And you break through the door. And all the statues look at each other. Left to right. And one of the statues says, "Let's not fuck with them."
Probably a wise idea. We thank you for your service. If, however, whatever is in there comes running out after, feel free to fuck with that. And then she starts walking calmly across.
The statues look at each of you walk by, one after the other. Beyond the stone door, it's like a mezzanine, if you will, that overlooks a long spiral staircase that goes down into the darkness. But to the left of that staircase is a metal door with a green arrow pointing downwards on it.
Elevator.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Stairs or elevator?
Always the stairs. But you call the elevator, and then they think that you're going down the elevator, and they prepare themselves to meet you at the bottom of the elevator. But really, you come down the stairs and stab them all in the back.
I'm cool with that.
Sorry, out of character, my brain is like frantically trying to figure out how to do something that I do every single time I encounter a spiral staircase in a game. Which is to find something metal and use it to surf down the stairs.
I mean, you could pull the door off the elevator.
I mean, I could, but that's... I already destroyed 2 doors.
Obviously, you just have a theme going. Doors are not they're not strong enough for you.
I guess. And she just like, almost like half-heartedly just like grabs the door and tries to like pull it off.
Let's go with a difficulty 4. It's not a stone door. It's not made to withstand that amount of force. You
12. That's 12 twice.
You tear the door of the elevator apart to use it as a surfing board. And the moment you do so, you hear "Boop!" and a black rectangle appears above your head with a little golden trophy, and it says "Achievement Unlocked, Door Destroyer."
Can we add that as your new title?
Sure, why not?
As we click, if we click on the character image.
It's just like added to the end of my name, like in Final Fantasy 14.
Mm-hmm. It's your only title that you can choose from right now. But yes, you now have a torn elevator door that you can use to slide down the spiral staircase if you wanted to.
Let's get dizzy. And then she goes. She just like throws the door at the staircase and then just leaps after it to land on it and then just whoosh.
Is everybody else jumping on the door as well? You'd have to be very coordinated to not fall off.
Wait. Is there a railing on this spiral staircase?
Surprisingly enough, there is.
I'm gonna surf the railing.
I'm going down the stairs like a normal person.
I try to tail
I
slide down the
skip.
railing.
I skipped.
No. Have you you skip one? I love that. Have you never seen like
No, like I'm imagining you're doing like a Sonic Adventure grind with your feet.
Yeah, kind of. The ninja surf down the railing of the spiral staircase.
After about one floor of this, as you go, hitting every step, all the steps just click, and the entire staircase becomes a slide. For just about 50 stories. As you slide down in a spiral, getting always faster and faster, your eyes begin to see the glow of whatever's at the end, at the foot of these stairs, this pool of lava that you're about to be thrown into. I'm gonna ask each one of you, how do you end up not falling into lava and falling onto the ground instead?
Well, I'm on the railing, and so it's still there.
Oh yeah, the railing is still there, but you're still gaining momentum. The more you slide
she's gonna. The lava's at the bottom.
Yeah.
Cool. She's gonna gain the momentum and use that to propel her forward and over.
Okay.
Because
Can I just
agile
surf
and
across the
evasion.
lava on my metal door.
Sure. And what about Tomomi?
So it's a slide.
Yeah.
Is there like a little landing, lava, and then landing, or
No,
is there...
it's slide, lava, and then landing.
Okay, so I bring out my sword, but turn it into like a scythe. And you know how boats have that directional paddle in the back?
Rudder.
A rudder. Thank you. I'm gonna put that into the ground and like control myself and slow myself down enough that when I get to the end I can just like get onto my feet and jump and over the lava. Because I was like sitting on my butt and just letting like going down a regular slide. I was just like sitting there like, yeah.
So you jump, surf, and jump your way over the lava pool. You end up in a room basically illuminated by streams of lava pouring down from the walls. You're in this enormous cavern. It's an oblong-shaped room, at the end of which is a low, rocky pedestal. On it sits a can of soda. And the voice in your mind says, "Welcome." And as it does, the can of soda shakes. "Welcome to my lair."
What brand of soda is it?
It's a generic brand from like the island, so we'll call it the like demonic, the demonic brew.
Okay, is it like Coke or Pepsi kind of soda, or is it?
It's like an energy drink.
Oh, I was hoping for pineapple, but you know, I can take it. You can take it.
Now this one is clearly pomegranate flavored.
Could at least gone strawberry, but anyway.
Well, he's evil, obviously.
You are very resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just good at jumping.
Then why
Physics.
don't you jump over here and take a sip?
We don't need that sugar in our lives.
Ew.
That sounds very inappropriate.
I'm
The
sugar-free.
age difference alone.
Oh. I can't see. I assumed you were resourceful adults. What am I dealing with? 12 years old?
Yes, I am a child.
But I
It's inappropriate to ask a lady's age.
might be an immortal evil being, but I'm not a creep.
I don't know. The looks of your living condition says otherwise.
I did not choose this life. I was forced into it. Forced down into this can by those imbeciles. And the can rattles a bit more, and like there's more lava that pours down.
They couldn't have been that imbecilic if they're the ones that tricked you into a soda can.
Now, let's not antagonize each other.
I'm merely pointing out that obviously they weren't imbecilic. I cannot speak for their rated full all of their choices, but you know, if they managed to do that, they couldn't be an imbecilic.
They were. They kept arguing among themselves. It took them forever to come up with a plan. Almost 3 episodes.
And they put you in a soda can.
Yeah, that's what they had in hand. I would have taken a statue, an urn, a gem even. Something that befits my station. Not a cheap off-brand soda.
Oh man, imagine if they put you in a teddy bear. That would be so cute.
I am not cute.
Well, no, you're a soda can.
And it rattles again.
But you could be.
I could be so much more. But I am stuck in here, and you have probably not gone through all these traps to get a can of soda. Who are you?
Hi,
Interested
I,
parties.
Oh, I was gonna like give him my name and everything. Good thinking. Not giving
Don't
names.
Yeah,
don't give the
No.
evil being your name.
But if I gave you my name,
Then we'd have your name.
but then you wouldn't give me yours, that's not very polite.
Whoever said we were polite.
Well, I've been polite this whole time, except for the doors. I'm not polite to doors.
Those are evil.
Yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So weren't we just supposed to check that he was still in prison and everything's okay and now we can
Oh,
leave?
no, you're supposed to ask him about like another gate.
Where's the gate?
Well, that's very direct. I could answer you. I have. the power to seek gates.
Can you teach me to do it?
If you were to open the can, I could teach you a lot of things.
No, you're technically not answering the question now, are you?
I can try to teach. I just suck at teaching others.
I also don't know that I want to open a can of soda that's been here for years.
Oh, that must be rank.
Also, it keeps shaking itself.
Plus, it's all hot in here.
Flat. Ugh.
You come in here to just insult me?
No, we're insulting your living conditions.
Well, I did not choose them.
That's so you shouldn't take them personally.
After all these years, I have come to accept this as my own.
Oh, I'm sure we could like bring you a poster or something. Lighten up the place a little.
Ooh, I know a really great idol who would be a fabulous poster. Like right on that wall between those two falls of lava right there.
Just fucking stop talking and open the can! And the can rattles so much that it falls on its side.
Ikamaru's gonna go over and pick the can up and then put it back and then
Yes,
step
yeah.
back.
No. Just open it.
No, I don't think we're going to break open your prison. I don't think that that's a thing that we're going to do. Still in prison. Still being manipulative. I think we've checked off everything on our list.
But you don't know where the gate is.
Yeah, but
Process
neither do
something-
you.
Sorry.
But I'm not seeing evidence that you do. You're stuck in a can of soda in a lava tunnel. Like, how up are you on current events?
Let me check. Ah, yes. I remember. Star Wars Episode 9 just came out in theaters, didn't it?
So I'm going to go with no. He's not going to be real helpful.
Oh, hey, I have powers. You just need to get me out of the can. I can scan the whole island for you.
You can't do that while in the can?
The can has stripped me of all my abilities. I need room to move about. I can't. Did you ever try to stretch while stuck in a can?
Yes.
Then you would know that it is very, very impossible.
I'm having flashbacks to that movie. Giant cosmic power. Itty bitty living space.
Okay, I have a plan. It's a bit of a long shot, but just roll with it. Back me up on this.
I'm here to back you up.
And then Kyoko like walks over to the can and
Yes.
leans over it
Yeah.
and looks at it and says, "Are you my dad?"
What?
See, my mom told me that I should come here to find my dad one day, and it's been ages, and I've been traveling so far, and I'm finally here, and I just need to know, are you my dad?
But I don't know how to reply. I mean, maybe. I mean, I've been with people. I just
Have you?
Well, yeah. I had concubines and the like.
Well, Dad, you owe me many, many years of birthday presents.
Well, free me and I can give them all to you.
But I need to know that you're not going to go around hurting people if we do. Maybe we should put him in a stuffed animal.
Ooh, a stuffed animal of Tatsu. And she kind of just mouths Tatsu to Kyoko.
I think I have one.
I mean, I saw the merch. It looked really good.
I have a cell phone charm version, like a little bitty one.
What?
Yes.
I can't hear you. What are you talking about?
Oh, we're gonna put you in a different prison that is slightly less restrictive so you can help us.
But no, I want to be free.
And mobile.
But your sentence isn't up yet.
They've imprisoned me for eternity. Do you know how long one eternity is?
But look, if you cooperate, we might be able to get you parole.
I just... Free me. I pinky swear.
You need your name, your legal name, full titles, all of everything going. All of it.
I am Lord Mirai. He who sees the flow of time. Master of the Silver Spire. Tyrant King of the Eternal Plains.
And do you promise to not be a tyrant anymore?
You said you wanted my legal name. Can you give me time to finish?
Your legal name includes the title of tyrant?
I'm assuming it's tied to the whole king thing. I don't.
Just...
Yep. Mm-hmm. We need the whole thing.
And, like, we would fast forward and fade to, like, 15 minutes later, as he says, the winged horror of lust of all.
There's just this image of Malaya diligently writing them all down and occasionally stopping him to check spelling and then going back and you swear not to harm anyone on this plane of existence.
I will not harm anyone on this... The hell's a plane of existence?
Doesn't matter. Just make that promise.
I swear I will not harm anyone on this place of existence.
And your
And you are
weren't
willing
crossed.
to help.
You didn't have your fingers crossed, did you?
I am a soda can.
And you promise to help us.
And I promise to help you as far as my abilities will let me.
And you promised to help me find my dad?
I thought I was your dad.
You said you didn't know.
Well, no, I did the paternity test, I guess.
See? There we go. Paternity test.
Okay.
And she'd walk over to Momi with the full thing written out and go, can you, with the thing, can you do like a bottle opener?
Yeah.
Well, then he can bleed on it.
On
Not
the
open the can, but like, puncture the can just a little bit. Not open it, but puncture,
Oh, okay.
bleed
You
on
want
it.
like a pinhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Because this is not going to do that. And she kind of looks at the sword at her side.
You guys sure about this?
No.
No.
Okay. I'll cut my finger and I'll make like literally a long needle so I can pinprick.
She lets it kind of bleed on the thing. That included a note, by the way, of, and after we leave this, she had written, because she had been writing this as she goes, it's like, and you will allow us to put you inside our keychain. She didn't say that part out loud. She just.
And the moment the can is poked through, you hear the psh of fizz coming out.
She'll kind of like do the reach over, kind of let it fall. Okay, good.
It
Squirrel work.
begins to crack and shake as light comes out from inside, and then streams of pomegranate soda just sprays everywhere. And from it grows out a very tall individual, 4 feet long legs with, so like imagine the dimension, like the ratio of a human, except the legs are twice as long. It's a very androgynous looking figure with long charcoal black hair, yellow eyes, and a wrap around their mouth with like a bunch of runes scribed on it. They are wearing a long like riding coat, or maybe more like an admiral coat, like from like the 18th century admirals, with an ascot and knee-high boots, and they stretch out. Oh, of course, as they speak, they only speak in your mind. They do not speak out loud. It's all done telepathically. Oh, feels good to be out. So, you're the new generation of twerps coming to stop us.
Thank you for signing.
Hi, Dad.
We don't even have the same hair color.
No, my hair color matches my mom's.
I do not recall being with someone with blue hair before. You have tricked me.
Oh yeah, blue hair. Sorry.
Well, I'm out. Might as well honor my blah blah blah. What do you want?
We need to know where that gate is.
And they sort of look around them, both like left to right, up and down, as if they're taking stock of where they are. And then they say, the governor's mansion.
Why would it be there? Is the governor in trouble?
Hell if I know. I can sense the gate because they emanate powerful auras. Auras are a thing I can see. I can see yours filled with tricks and... what the hell is that? Friendship?
Well, Well, you know what they say about friendship.
If you say it's magic, I am going to bring to bear all of my power and bring this mountain down.
Can't do that. You signed. You can't harm anyone on this plane of existence.
I can't, but the mountain can.
Ah, but intentionality is important. You cannot choose to intend harm on anyone on this plane of existence.
Plus, I'm friends with the mountain.
And the mountain's nice, apparently.
But no, enough. I am the Tyrant King of the Silver Plains. I will not be talked down by a bunch of teenagers.
I mean, like, I'm 21, so...
I am 53.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna walk out.
No, you have to get in the keychain.
I'm not going in a keychain.
But
Yeah, you are. You signed.
And what powers do you have to bind me to a keychain?
Do you need me to... Are we gonna have to call the magic police on you?
I mean, I could beat the crap out of you until you do.
I poke him with my lead needle.
Ow! What the?
Or are you gonna sew him into the keychain?
You are worse than the other group before.
Probably.
Now, just... And he starts they start walking to the stairs. Now just let me move
Nope.
out of
Nope.
the way.
Nope.
Just,
Nope.
I am...
Gotta get in the keychain. Gotta get in the keychain.
Respect me.
I'm gonna like try to like hold on to his leg like a small kid like holding onto their parent's leg.
What are you? This is demeaning.
Get in the keychain.
I'm not getting in a keychain. You can't make me.
You have until I count to 3. You can choose to get in the keychain. Or I can hurt you so badly you will choose the keychain to avoid me. 1, 2.
I poke him again.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode. We'll see what happens next week. Whether this immortal lord of Oni, Tyrant King, come on. He's like a last boss. Is getting bullied around by 3 teenagers. Or young adults. But yeah, let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you on the internet, and I'll have a few things to mention at the end. So let's do reverse order, then the intro. So we'll begin with Kika, then Deirdre, then Rin.
Hi, I'm Kika. I am a game designer and role player, and you can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/KikaVO. You can find me here every Tuesday for the Witcher RPG, and tomorrow you can find me on the Onyx Path channel playing some Legend lore, where I get to play a trans girl pixie who turns into a pixie after she travels to another magical realm, which is going to be fun. So yeah. And you can find my game A Lonely Haunt on itch at itch.
You can copy paste it in chat if you want.
Yeah, I'll just copy paste it into chat. I'm done.
Oh, this was so much fun. I love this. Thank you for the shenanigans and the magical girlness and Oni Lord don't know what's coming. Hey all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre Dunlin on Twitter or Praxagorth as Euphoria as you see me around on Twitch. And tomorrow you can find me over on my channel as we're doing a recitation of Virgil's Aeneid, and we are on books 5 and 6. We're discussing, reading, having fun, looking all of this. You can find me back here tomorrow night for fun things that will be happening tomorrow night, but I'll let other people talk about what that is. And you can find me back here on Saturday as I run the craziness, and it is Pirate Day, Black Flag, our pirate rapscallion campaign. There will be a gala, and probably bad things will happen at the gala. I'm just saying. Because pirates.
Hey, I'm Rin. At Heaven's Night on Twitter and Burns Through the Rain and Twitch. And you can find me here on Thursdays. Otherwise, you'll find me here tomorrow playing Cyberpunk Red, which is freaking awesome. So please come watch and support us and shit. Yeah, tonight was fun. That's it.
And I am Simon at Wondering DM. Thank you for coming, everyone. We are going to be looking for perhaps either guests or another cast member for Sisterhood of the Magical Blade. So if you would like to come play, check out Twitter. I will be announcing that tomorrow. Otherwise, you can find us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern with the Season 2 opening of Cyberpunk Red. Then Saturday, we will be back with Rapscallion. And then next Tuesday for some more Witcher. We have other news in the work. Things are happening behind the scenes. So check out my Twitter, and I'll keep you all posted. Good night, everyone.